Hey, thanks for joining us for another episode of Rooted in Erie. I'm Josh Garzinski. I'm out here in the nursery at Stan's Garden Center, and I'm amongst the roses. Super popular, extremely popular for Mother's Day, for gifting, and for your own garden. We have a fantastic crop of roses this year. We grow our own roses in-house from original rootstock. Comes in here in February, and roses are a hobby for a lot of folks. Fantastic smells, a couple different varieties, lots of new additions to the market for like the shrub industry, very disease resistant, spreading, very florific, just keeps blooming and blooming. But the really hobby ones are what I'm here with, the hybrid teas. You like that long stem cut rose, you like the immense fragrance, that's a hybrid tea rose, okay? This rose here can be constantly blooming, but I want to give you a little tip about it. If you kind of find a three-leaflet leaf here, see how there's three? And you prune the old bloom off at a three, you're going to get blindwood. That's going to just be a non-blooming vegetative green area. You always want to come down a little bit on the stem if you're pruning that long stem rose and cut to a 5 or a 7 leaflet. So you come down here further where you're going to see how there's 7 leaflets here? You go ahead and prune there. That's going to be a productive stem again that's going to go ahead and produce another flower in that area. If you cut to a 3 leaflet, chances are you're going to get blindwood. The other thing about roses, very important that you plant them in a very aggressive organic area. Lots of dark, rich organic matter so that it roots in. Getting that newly planted rose rooted into that area is what's going to make it much hardier. The hybrid teas, the grandifloras, those roses are grafted. They're going to have a knot at the base. Protect that knot in the winter. Maybe cover it with a little bit of pine bark chips just to keep it from freezing hard and exposed from that winter wind if you get a harsh winter. That's what's going to keep that plant hardiest. But when you plant it the same level that it was planted from the nursery. That graft, that union, that knuckle there should not be planted underground. It should be above ground and exposed. That's a man-made union of a hardy rootstock to a desirable flowering plant at the top. Full sun, lots of sun, and even moisture. Roses will start to drop yellow leaves interior. If your rose is dropping yellow leaves on the interior of the shrub, it's getting too dry between waterings. That watering, when it gets dry, also makes them prone to powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is a common problem amongst the rose family, and if you keep even moisture, that helps it out. For any questions regarding your rose garden, feel free to contact any of us here at Stan's.